Disclaimer: this podcast is for entertainment purposes and contains satire. Discretion is advised.
Welcome to Turning Phrases, where we're going to be telling you the history of phrases. Maybe not the correct ones, but ones that we think sound correct. Anyway, my name is Chris. I am here with Jason.
Yes.
And
Jason.
I am here with Corey. Jason has taken the spot of Adam because Jason is far more talented than Adam will ever be.
Sure.
I'm just saying, I've known you for a while, and
Yeah, you have so much faith in me.
I have been best friends with Adam for 20 plus years now, and that's how much faith I have in him. It's a very limited amount.
Oh.
You all the faith in the world. Anyway, Jason, do you have any idea what we're talking about today?
Breaking legs?
Oh, that sounds fun.
Breaking legs?
Are we going to break Adam's leg?
You know, he didn't pay the water bill, so...
Say less. I got you.
He didn't load the dishwasher.
Oh, that's going to cause botulism if you do that. You were not here for that.
He's going to have a broken leg soon.
Yeah, oh my God. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I didn't hear anything about it.
I hear you.
This isn't on the internet or anything telling you that you're going to break Adam's leg.
You didn't hear from me.
Nothing happened at all.
Look, we're getting an exclusive scoop.
He's safe. He's in a good, warm spot.
He's in a safe place.
Yeah.
He's not in this room, so he has to be safe right now.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay, what do you think that means, though? Break a leg. Break a leg.
You know, sometimes you got to go outside, and you got to give it everything you got. Like, really, really give it everything you got. Even if it means breaking a leg, like, just go all the way.
You have to show that passion.
You have to show the passion. You have to really break your leg. Like, you know, or, you know, the saying, you put your foot in it, like you made this potato salad, you put your foot in it. Like,
no, we haven't done that yet in the podcast.
Okay. Well, we haven't done that one. But it's along the same lines, you know, you gotta put so much gusto in it that your leg just snaps.
Yeah, that sounds good. What about you? What do you think break a leg means?
So, how I used to think break a leg was that in Showtime, like when you actually perform like on stage, literally I used to think that when they say break a leg, you were actually supposed to break a leg.
Give it all you got.
And then like just like improv it into the show or something. So I was always so confused. I was like, what? What do you want? What?
Now you see, that's pretty good. I think when they said break a leg, they really wanted you just to hurt somebody.
Yeah.
They want to make sure that you can feel the passion that you have towards hating somebody.
Yeah.
So you go out there, you grab their leg, and you go, it's all good. Everybody's happy. You're happy.
Get a sledgehammer.
Yeah, the director's happy. Kathy Bates will tell you how happy she is in the movie Misery. Misery's a movie.
Oh, no.
With actors.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Actors?
I am an actor! Nope,
What's
there we go.
Actor?
Fucking done. An actor is probably what we're going to be discussing. Hi. You know me from Turning Phrases. A terrible show that you have been watching. And one of the worst things is, we consistently forget to say, like, comment, and subscribe. And the reason that is, because we're stupid. And we will never remember. And that's why we're putting this in here. Because I am a sad sack of shit. So please, remember as you watch our show, feel guilty for us. And like, comment, and subscribe. And once again, thank you for watching Turning Phrases. We apologize for everything. Pedro, can you tell us what the actual meaning of to break a leg is?
In a weird twisted way, it's a way of people in theater to wish you luck.
That's just because probably someone's... You know what it is? It's an understudy. It's an understudy who's like, I hope you break a leg.
Yeah.
You break a leg, I'm fucking in.
You know, it's like when you get a job, you know, you have that person that's been at the job for like 10 years or whatever, and you're the hot new thing, and like everybody's got their eyes on you, and they want to wish you luck by like you break a leg. Like, I hope you break a leg.
Damn.
Like,
No, so
you know,
If you break it like so,
kind of crabs in the barrel mentality. You know?
So what I used to think was like, how about this? All right, let me raise the stakes here. All right, what if like way back then, right? Like when theater first started and shit, and
2004.
Back in 2004.
No, like the 2000s, not the 2004, the 2000s.
Early 2000s.
Early
2001.
2000s, yeah. No, like back then where it's like I feel like this one person might have really hated this other actor and was just straight up like, you know what?
It was Annie.
I'm gonna tell you something that we say from my country, and that is, I hope you break a leg. And they're like, what? Thinking that it's an insult, and they're like, no, it's a compliment. I wish you luck.
You're from
But in their
Kansas.
mind, it's like, I hope you break a leg and don't actually.
I've been to Kansas. They don't say that. Nobody out there.
Exactly.
You know what? It's like when you go to the South and they say, "Oh, bless your heart."
Oh my god.
Oh, that's the most hateful thing that you'll ever hear. So
break
Oh
a
my
leg.
god.
I have something I want to be on for that, but I just that's my favorite expression in the world.
Yeah.
Bless your heart. That basically means I hope you die of
Yeah.
fire.
But did you see the look I just gave? I'm like.
I always thought it meant like someone wasn't. You're basically indirectly calling someone an idiot. That's what I see it as.
Yeah.
It definitely is.
Like,
Especially when they say, I'll pray for you.
Oh.
Like,
wait, no, I have something for that. I was in an SAT prep class in high school, and this girl did not like me. And she went up to me one day and said, I pray for you every night. And I said, that takes so much time out of my day. Thank you. She did not like that answer. I think she broke a leg soon after. It was a terrible incident.
oh man. Karma, man. Karma always comes back around.
You know?
Great.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this started like maybe. Wait, when did Annie come out? 1960s, 1950s? The musical?
Maybe earlier than that.
Not counting the movie. I'm counting the actual musical.
I think so.
So in Annie, it's about a bunch of orphan girls.
Which version of it?
The original Annie in theaters probably. I'm gonna guess it was a Broadway play first.
Okay.
I'm probably very, very wrong about that. Say 1960s, 1950s.
And, you know, there was a Broadway play, and the actors didn't want Annie to succeed, so they sent her out on stage with 2 broken legs.
That's what I was gonna say.
Uh-huh.
That's the unfortunate start of Annie, where they broke both the child's legs, and then the child that did that just happened to be red-haired.
Yes.
They're like, well, I guess we're gonna have the understudy.
She was a redheaded stepchild.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's how she came in.
Okay.
Because the lesser-known story about Annie is that the original Annie, both legs broken.
Both legs.
Wait, really?
Terribly broken.
How did she walk around with both broken legs?
It was a very impressive story. But that child was blonde-haired.
Oh.
That's why we don't know about her.
Okay.
Because red-haired children, as we know, evil.
Yes. Yeah. They steal souls.
Steal souls.
Yes.
That's how she got the role. She destroyed the legs of the poor girl, Annie.
Oh.
And became immortal.
Yeah. The original Annie's name? Corinthia.
Ah. Jeez.
Yep.
That's an evil-sounding name. Can't trust her.
No, that's why Corinthia ended up changing her name to Annie.
Bless her heart.
Bless her heart.
Bless her heart.
She's not even invited to fucking Thanksgiving anymore.
She's not invited to the barbecue.
No, not invited. Not to your barbecue.
Oh
no.
That's where Nazis get punched.
Yes.
As I learned earlier today.
If you are a Nazi and you come to our barbecue, we will punch you in the face.
Yes, like everyone will.
After saying hello, it's
on.
hello, pal, and then someone's gonna break your leg.
Hopefully,
hopefully
you brought it aside.
Everyone will be clutching their pearls, going,
clutching their pearls, you know.
Punch to the face, and then we're gonna break the leg.
And then Shania Twain will be impressed with all. So wait, I have actual theater experience.
Yes.
Any of you guys have theater experience ever?
Technically, kind of, sort of.
Technically, kind of, sort of is where I'm going to go with mine too, so that's perfectly fine.
So, no, for me, it was more like I had auditioned for a part, and I would have gotten it if my racist theater teacher, wasn't a racist.
That's fair.
She literally had an all-white cast with, like, 2 black people in it. No Hispanics, no, one Hispanic, but he was white passing, like paler than me. I'm like, bless your heart.
No, I get that. No, so when I was in Bridgeport, when I was a kid, they used to drag me back in, like in other grades, to come and sing with the classes because I was a decent singer. So what they would do is they would grab me and they'd say, "Oh, you're going to be performing with the third graders or the second graders." I was in first grade. I was like, "I am? Yes, you're going to be singing many times." So they kept dragging me onto stage. They're like, "You're going to be singing this." Now, fun fact, not fun fact, when I got to middle school, when they started doing choir again in school, but I grew up in Bridgeport, which is urban area.
Yes.
Lots of mixed culture. Everybody's like, it surprisingly loves that way more than the suburbs. When I moved to Stratford, they were like, "Oh, you sing funny. We don't like you. Chris can't sing. Everybody. Chris can't sing."
Oh,
woo!
no.
That was like the whole thing. They would laugh at me and tell me I can't sing, which is fine because then I was like, "Oh, I guess I can't sing."
Arrow straight through the heart.
That's funny now because I am a singer now.
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there. But I remember when we were doing like plays and plays were coming around, and I would sneak into school. I would sneak into school where they were doing things. They would be practicing plays. I just like hide in the back and I'd be watching them. And what ended up happening was they had me come on stage. And they were like, "What are you doing here?" And I was like, "Oh, just sneaking in." They was like, "No, you're stage crew now." I was like, "Oh, I'm stage crew now. That's my job."
Damn, okay.
So we go on stage, and what ends up happening is we end up having to do props. We're doing the Seven Brides Dracula. And the Seven Brides Dracula, at one point,
I actually never heard of that.
It's not great.
Okay.
At one point, a bat comes flying through the stage, and it said, "Stage crew with bat on stick. Walk through stage wearing a stage crew shirt dressed in black where no one can see you." Okay, that was my job, go out there. So we had this plastic bat, and the plastic bat we had was for my mom, and my mom's plastic bat was this big cartoon bat. We couldn't get like a cheap one, we didn't know where to get that, because who cares?
Yeah.
It's high school playing, whatever happens.
It's not fucking Broadway,
So
man.
we have it tied on, we have a stick, we have everything's all set. And the day before, this girl hits it. And because they're supposed to hit it, and like it's gonna just bounce around. But the bat flies off the day before, like the big show. The big show happens. We're making fun because the bat happened. And it's like, it's not gonna happen tonight. Everything's gonna go fine. We go out there, she hits the bat flies off in the middle of the show. And I'm standing out there, and I got the stick, and I got the bat, and I run up to the bat, and I'm like, "Oh." Pick up the bat, I swing the stick at it, and the bat goes flying off the stage to the side. And everybody's laughing in the audience. The audience had not laughed all night long.
What?
So what ends up happening next is we end up having to do it again one more time with the bat coming out. We could not get the bat to the stick properly. We could not tie it. And I was like, I got a solution. And I took it, and my friend was on stage, and he was playing one of the main roles, and I threw it like a football, and it hit my friend straight in the head.
Should have hit him in the leg.
That's the point.
You were trying to break his leg.
I was trying to break his leg. I thought it would have gone a big laugh if I broke his leg.
It's not a show.
He would just collapse on the ground, and his leg would be like, "Oh, it's 3 pieces."
No, we don't need a fracture. We need a whole break.
So I may have been the cause of breaking a leg because I was really trying.
Yeah.
That was my hope.
Wow.
That was my dream in Broadway, was to break a leg.
It was your contribution to Broadway.
I got that character now in SpongeBob in my head. My leg!
My leg!
Yeah, so after that, like, I've done other stuff. I've never done Broadway or anything, or acting, per se. I've done some small, like, stage stuff. But man, if I was on there, I'd break so many legs.
Wait, no. I was actually in a stage play, but it was in elementary school. I had like one line, but I was really proud of it.
Were you a tree?
No, I wasn't a tree. I actually had a role. Like, I was actually like a person with a role and a line.
Oh, wow.
Wait, were you casted by the racist teacher?
No, this was in elementary school.
Oh, okay, because
I was gonna say, like,
I had no idea what your line was going to be.
Hired and potentially She got fired and is potentially in jail with a pedal registry. So I hated her. So congratulations, bitch.
So that story later on.
You have to wait until after the podcast for that one.
Wait.
They're fine.
She definitely breaks some legs.
Yeah.
Go ahead, tell your story.
Oh, really? Do you want me to really say it?
Well, no, the other story about you being acting.
Okay, cool. I was about to say. No, so then, oh my god, I couldn't remember what it was, but, like, I remembered, like, something about, like, I had to, like, I had to give someone a day, like, to make a decision or something. I was wearing a white gown, like, it was, like, an actual, like, wedding dress sort of thing, but I had to wear the white gown as, like, a stage prop sort of thing, because it belonged to the school.
Uh-huh.
And I was so proud of it, but then it's like, I looked outside, I looked, like, past the audience, like, oh my god, that's a lot of people. I gotta stare at this person. I was like, oh my god. In my head, I was freaking out, and I was shaking a little, but it's like, I was looking at the person who was reciting my line to me in my face, like, not saying out loud, but, like, mumbling it, and so I was like, okay, thank you, because I almost forgot it. And then, literally, like, I had to get off the stage, like, right after.
Well, the reason you had to get a stage is because you broke the kid's leg.
Oh my god, yeah, like, next scene.
Yeah,
Kid
that
broke
was
a leg.
a big
Yeah,
scene.
exactly.
Jason, have you ever broken a leg on stage?
You know,
No.
I've never.
I think I was supposed to get a broken leg.
You were supposed to.
And then the other person got the broken leg.
You got the broken leg.
Oh, it's like an award.
Someone was trying to conspire against me.
You got the Tonys, you got the Oscars, you got all that stuff, Emmys, and then you got the broken leg award.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
It's just a golden stick that's snapped in two. It's a great award to get.
Oh man.
There was I've never been in a show, but I've always been the person behind the camera.
Yeah.
And there was one show where this girl we were actually doing a Titanic play. We were doing a Titanic. It was the Bridgeport Bassick High School version of Titanic.
Clutch my pearls.
And yeah, Clutch of Pearls. And
Oh,
it was.
no.
Were they surprised by the ending?
Were they surprised by the ship sinking?
They were.
Oh my god.
By the lack of pearls?
Yeah. So the main character,
Pearl.
there was a scene where this girl, she was wearing this dress that was like covered in beads, and
Beads are basically
beads.
The beads were the pearls.
Well, she slipped.
She broke her leg.
She broke her leg on stage, and her leg just snapped in half, and all I could remember is the audience like cheering.
Corey, it's okay, Corey.
They brought down the house. People were whistling and clapping, and
that's it
like,
right there. That broken leg there. That was real.
That was that
kind of Tony Awards.
Yeah.
Someone finally did it. We've been telling them to do it for 40 years.
Someone finally broke her leg.
She really broke her leg, and we had to take her to the hospital, and that was the end of the show. But the audience was like, "Wow, that was amazing."
But they didn't realize that was not actually part of the scene.
They didn't know. They thought it was part of the show.
Oh
like she really broke her leg.
I really heard that snap out there. It was amazing.
Now I'm recording the show.
Uh-huh.
No.
I was up in the balcony.
Okay.
And I heard the bone snap from at least 300 feet away.
That's a good snap.
Yes. So.
Oh my goodness.
She really gave it all she got. All she had.
That's where you really.
She gave it all she got.
Yes.
Performed her best on stage.
Mm-hmm.
The
audience was clapping, and they said, "Bless her heart." And
bless her heart, clutch my pearls.
Bless her pearls.
No. Oh man.
Jeez.
So bad.
My God, this scene is so realistic. I can practically smell her marrow.
Oh my God.
I can feel the tears of pain. It's amazing.
Why can't I smell blood?
Needless to say, we didn't do the show again.
Oh, no.
It was a one-time showing.
They wanted an encore.
I've been fairly convinced that I've never done a second showing of this.
That poor girl
because
didn't
every
have
time I've
else.
done a show,
yeah,
including a musical, which made me laugh because high school musicals are the worst thing in the world. But I never remembered the second night of doing it. I'm sure I've done second nights. All I can ever remember is that you would go to a party afterwards where all the actors had broken legs.
Yeah.
But
everyone in wheelchairs like, oh, hey, what's up?
but here's the thing that people don't know. Like, in those days, like in high school, there was so much drinking and clothes changing all the time.
Oh,
Everybody saw each other
yeah.
naked.
Yeah.
Everybody. Doesn't matter. It was like, oh, that Billy, he was... I never met someone named Billy in my life. I don't know what to say that. But, like, somehow everybody's going to see each other naked.
Yeah.
Everybody dated everybody.
Because of the scene changes that you need to change clothes.
Yeah.
It's inevitable. I don't know how to pronounce the word.
It's inedible. I can't say it either.
Inevitable.
Inevitable.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But no,
Inevitable.
everybody gets changed, everybody gets naked, everybody breaks a leg, and then everybody has sex.
It's an orgy,
roughly
guys.
how plays happen.
Yeah.
I'm convinced of that. Was like, because I would never remember the second night. I always remember the first night when after the play was over, I was like, everybody, we're going over to Billy's house again. Never met a Billy. We're going to Billy's house, and everybody's going to go have sex. End scene. And then end scene, of course, is... And
if anyone didn't break their legs at the second showing, better
they
believe...
were never invited again.
Better believe that their legs were definitely broken at Billy's house.
Again. This poor Billy.
Oh, jeez.
Never met a Billy.
What happens at Billy's house? What happens at
Billy's house stays at Billy's house. Yeah.
We don't ask.
No, asking at Billy's house.
We can't ask.
No.
It's like the #1 rule. Don't ask about
Billy's house.
And you know what? If you've been invited to Billy's house, that's a rite of passage.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, like
damn.
That's good.
That really happened.
I finally got invited to Billy's house.
Oh man, but did you know what happened at Billy's house?
I can't tell you.
Was it because of the broken legs?
Possibly.
No comment.
No, that's
possibly. I can't comment on that.
You can't say what happened because then the ambulance and insurance gets involved.
The NDA starts popping up.
There's a reason why there's only ever been one school play per school.
Yeah.
Because afterwards, so much insurance involved.
Yeah, oh my God.
Broadway's awful. That's why you have like 3 sets of people on at all times.
Yeah.
Because you go through so many actors in every episode.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
It's awful. Bad days. Bad days. Oh man. I just always remember the actual story.
Oh my God.
Recently I go to karaoke.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy has consistently gone up to me. He's like, hey, do you want to be a traveling actor with us? Do you want to go and do traveling acting? I was like,
okay.
I would love that. And he was like, yeah, you don't get paid. Just come along and it's going to be happening at night. It's like, 1, I have a second shift job.
Yeah. Okay.
2, I have expenses in life. I can't do traveling acting.
And you need your legs to be working.
I need my legs to be working.
You can't do your job with a broken leg.
Exactly.
Well, you can't do it well.
Depending on the job.
Well.
Do you know James Caan in the movie Misery had the best role ever because he broke his leg in that movie?
Oh.
Kathy Bates came at him with a mallet, just like slammed in, broken legs.
Wait,
best
really?
movie ever made.
Wow.
Wait, really?
Have you ever seen?
I have not. No.
Okay,
She hobbled him. She put a brick in between his ankles and slammed his feet towards them. So.
Which, and this is not a joke, they turned that into a Broadway play.
Wow.
Technically, that is a play where you have to go for a lot of actors every time they break their legs.
Break a leg. That's part of the play.
You know what? I only have one thing to say to that. I pray for them.
Pray for them. Bless their hearts.
Bless their hearts. I'll pray for them.
Yeah, the casting director for that one was like, we're going to go for a lot of actors for this role.
Oh my God.
Probably every night. We're going to do 2 shows a night, 365 days a year. That's 700 lead actors, broken legs, everyone.
Need to sign NDAs.
Yeah.
Hope you have a good insurance.
You get paid a lot of money for that one show, though.
You know what insurance they had? Billy's house.
Billy's insurance.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, it's not that United Healthcare.
No, there was an incident with that one, and Billy got involved.
Oh no, Billy, why?
Billy, why?
Billy, why?
Well,
anyway, as I said, the original broken leg clearly came from Annie when Annie broke the leg.
yes.
Yours was It was a while ago.
Oh my god. I think I said that mine was like someone was like basically trying to insult them, and then they were like, "Wait, are you insulting me?" And they were just like, "No, no, no. This is how we say it in my country."
Okay, so
it's the bless your heart.
Yeah, exactly.
bless
The
your
bless your
heart.
heart.
Yeah.
And yours was.
Mine was like giving it all you've got, like breaking your foot off in the mashed
And just-
potatoes.
Yeah.
Really well,
Putting
you
your foot
know.
in the mashed potatoes.
There's a lot of Southern in our descriptions
Yeah.
of how this happened. Hey, Pedro, can you tell us how
Yes,
this
sweetie?
happened? Oh, my love of my life.
You see, I found two origin stories for this, or at least there were multiple, but the two that I chose specifically make the most sense. And both of them have to do with audience members.
Uh-huh.
Now, this one comes from ancient Greece, the other one comes from Elizabethan times. These are possible origins. The ancient Greece one says that
Greece take credit for everything. I'm just going to say that right now.
It says that audience members would stomp their feet and to show appreciation. So if they stomped long enough or hard enough,
They end up breaking their leg. Oh my goodness.
you know that your performance was a good one.
Oh, they put their foot
Didn't
in
learn.
performance.
Damn.
Similar in Similar in Elizabethan times. Instead of stomping, they would bang their chairs on the ground.
Oh wow.
How does that break a leg?
The leg of the chair.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
I thought when they were banging the chairs in the ground, the chair would like snap off, hit the leg, broken.
Well, I mean, if you're banging that chair hard enough, you could break the leg of somebody sitting next to you.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's how it happens.
So
generally, that's how it happens.
These shows, you think you're going to see a Broadway show, but you really ended up going to a rave.
That explains wrestling so much to me now.
Wrestling is real.
Wrestling is real.
It's real.
And they break so many legs with the chairs in those shows.
This is why we can't stop watching it.
Oh, it's such a good time. Every time. They keep trying to get me to do this wrestling podcast, and I'm just like, my history of wrestling is way off of what actually happened. It's all broken legs. Everybody. Every wrestler ever made.
Oh, jeez.
At least 2 broken legs.
Hey, guys.
Well, you know who's making the money here. The
Annie?
doctor. The doctor.
Yeah,
that
the
helps
doctor.
These broken leg doctors, they are...
System. Yeah.
They're making a lot
You know
of money.
who became the broken leg doctor? Who?
Billy.
No. Makes so much sense, doesn't it?
Oh my god.
You know,
he went from doing insurance to becoming a doctor?
Well, Billy knows how to make a living.
He does know how to
Yo,
make a
he
living.
really does. He knows how to make money.
I don't. I'm not upset with him. It is. That he knew where the money was.
Boo-boo.
Yeah.
Get the money.
He answered those prayers.
Right?
Yes, those prayers. Every prayer, every time boat is broken on stage, that's Billy's.
That's Billy's
Ka-ching.
spirit.
Ka-ching.
That's why he has so many wings.
Right? Oh
An
my
angel
goodness.
gets its wings. Billy gets a wing of every broken.
Yeah.
He's up to 1 billion by now of wings. He has to be.
He has to be, man. Oh
You
my
can't
goodness.
spell billion without Billy.
Clutching my pearls.
Touching my pearls and breaking my legs. Anyway.
He makes money in his sleep.
Yeah.
Look.
So,
He's
we had our 3 theories. And the real one.
He uses the money.
And as much as I wanted to be Annie, I think Billy time traveled.
Yes.
Yeah.
Billy time traveled and made that girl's leg broke. It's a Billy thing.
Billy
It's
did
a
that.
Billy conspiracy.
Billy broke the original Annie's legs.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was all a trick. That was just...
He broke Annie's leg.
He went.
Yeah.
Oh my god, guys.
He was at the original Shakespeare play.
Yeah.
And he made sure that the
Oh,
actors,
man.
they broke a leg too.
He went
Right?
back to
Oh
Ace
my
in
God.
Greece, and he was like, listen, guys, I know you're going on stage. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. Just do the show.
No.
Just
So
do the show.
Billy straight up went from just being a party animal, right? The after party guy, to being the insurance guy, to being the doctor, to being the time traveler.
Yeah.
It's
And
a
you know
Billy
what?
conspiracy.
And when he breaks your leg, he said, "This is gonna hurt you more than it hurts me."
Yo, literally.
I haven't watched a lot of Doctor Who.
Uh-huh.
Doctor Who, real name, Billy.
I can see that.
I can see that. Yeah.
I can see that.
I'll know what his name is. It's no longer
That's why
the
you
doctor.
never know his first name.
No.
No.
He's the doctor, but the doctor's just Billy.
Yeah.
Right? Oh my goodness.
With that phone box is bigger on the inside than the out. You know, the TARDIS.
Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's
Billy Who.
Oh my god, Billy being a fucking oh my god.
Do you know how many legs have broken on the show of Doctor Who?
Oh my
Almost
god.
every character on that show.
Yeah.
Billy being the doctor confirmed, guys.
Okay,
Wow.
so that's how we're going to be closing this one off, because now we know everything.
We know everything.
We know everything, Billy.
Billy's going to come and get us.
We've broken down.
Oh, God, no, he got me. Anyway, you're signing off. Not the other one.